over the 500 mark and maybe get a little momentum on their side. Can we talk about Dwight Howard? Three-time Defensive Player of the Year, slam dunk champion when he wore the Superman cape in 2008. He was in the building that night. And what do you make of his game right now, Shaq?
Well, he's still a special player. You know, he's still chasing his first ring. His back injury bothered him for a bit, but he's rounding back into form. You know, it's a good situation for him in Houston after a couple of years of turmoil in Orlando and L.A.
Turmoil, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Ever had turmoil in your existence?
No, but I had engine oil.
I got no comeback for that. We'll see you later.
Let's meet your Houston Rockets. Starting at power forward, at 6'9" inches, number 6, Terrence Jones. At guard, number 2, Patrick Beverly. The other forward, standing 6'8", number 1, Trevor Ariza. In the middle, standing 6'11", number 12, Dwight Howard. And starting at guard, number 13, James Harden. Kevin McHale is the head coach for your home team.
It's the Celtics from Boston who find themselves on the road here today for an interconference battle. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. Alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And the injury to Jason Terry, the Jet. Clark, this is really big news.
Well, Kevin, no more uncertainty about the seriousness of his injury. We only got a preliminary diagnosis after he came out of their previous game, but now they sound sure about it. Hopefully we see him back on the court in less than a month.
And we should. I mean, knowing the history of players who've had similar injuries in the past, obviously every player is different, but you would expect him to be back within a few weeks.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Boston. At the 2 and 3, it's Avery Bradley and Jeff Green. The skilled front court of Jared Sullinger and Kelly Olynyk. And it's Rondo in at the point. On defense, Boston coming off that loss against the Nets.
Well, with the number of turnovers they had in that game, guys, it was going to be an uphill battle all the way.
Well, especially, Steve, when you couple the turnovers with the soft defense they were playing. I mean, that's a bad combination. Turning it over and then not defending.
The dish to Bradley. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Bradley's got his second basket of the night.
You know, a lot of people thought and assumed that when the Celtics traded Pierce and KG, they just took salary in return. But, you know, the guys they got proved to be valuable mentors for the youngsters on that team.
On defense, Houston, they put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team, guys. They never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Seemed like every time they took a punch, they had a counter.
You'll like this, Steve. Reverse spurtability, we call that. They had any defensive lapses, they immediately made up for it with some instant offense.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Takes the 3. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. And that's now 7 points for Avery Bradley. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Beverly. Tries again. Here's Jones, and it's blocked by Rondo. The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Bradley, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Rockets shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Three-pointer, and that one's good. Beverly's got 5 now.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Rondo dishes to Bradley. Sullinger a screen on Harden. Bradley passes to Sullinger. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
It's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
It's stolen by Rondo. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, Rajon Rondo still in a Celtics uniform, and that didn't seem like a foregone conclusion over the last season. Boston in the midst of a complete rebuild, and Rondo already in the prime of his career, so a lot of discussion about a possible trade.
You know, you look at Rondo and you get the sense that perhaps he covets a chance to lead the Celtics as the team's undisputed franchise player. You know, that's a mantle he's not quite carried in his career. He said he'd love to have another 10 years in Boston.
And the second free throw, good. And for the Celtics, hard to give up an elite player like Rondo.
Well, Brad Stevens called him their clear-cut best player and the leader of this team. And, you know, Rondo has a chance to put himself in that echelon if he sticks around Boston in terms of being one of the all-time great Celtics.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Beverly with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. Howard with a screen on Rondo. 5 on the clock. Here's Beverly. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Beverly's got 8 points. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now here's Rondo, defended by Beverly. Sullinger with a screen for Rondo. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Jones. Bradley kicks to Olynyk. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
And so here is Houston after the basket by Boston. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Off to a really solid start. He's knocked down 4 of his first 5 shots.
Pressey's checked in for Rajon Rondo. The Rockets shooting their first free throw tonight.
Shooting 1.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Well, the Rockets, wouldn't you say, are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard. But this is a team that's held a winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is. Here's Bradley. Rockets with the rebound.
And the Rockets show great patience and planning over time, freeing up cap space, acquiring young assets. That enabled them to trade for James Harden and, of course, attract Dwight Howard in free agency, too.
There's the pick. Passes it to Olynyk. Pulls from the top of the key. And Jones pulls it down. For Houston, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Jones has got his first bucket in this one.
And this Rockets team, for all of its success, is still young, still developing that chemistry, but make no mistake, they've elevated themselves from playoff contender to potential title contender. I think exciting times are certainly in store in Houston.
Guys, this offense very effective.
Going right at them.
And this is where you just start picking apart the defense, and now you take their confidence away. You can really take control of this game.
Howard, that's good. Here's Preston, looking for his first basket still in this one. He kicks to Sullinger to end the run. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two.
Well, Jared Sullinger grew up with it. His father was a demanding high school coach, and the word is that Jared was actually doing footwork drills at the age of 2, shooting regulation free throws by 3. You see how strong he is, and he's got a great IQ and skill for the game.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Houston.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And the fact that they're playing well, close to the hoop, finding points in the paint, I mean, they've got it all going tonight.
That one misses. And Sullinger's father coaching into a state title his junior season at Northland High School.
Yeah, Sat's one of the outstanding high school coaches in the state of Ohio, enjoying retirement now. And, you know, the season prior to that, they've been eliminated from the playoffs after his father, sat Jared down for failing to turn in a school assignment. Sending Jared a message, no shortcuts, athletically or academically. Message was received.
Absolutely. Celtics trail by 7. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin McHale had a few moments for me. This is their first matchup of the season against this squad, and he knows the shot blocking in the middle will certainly be an obstacle. But he said, quote, "We've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack." Guys, he said that putting their bigs in high pick and rolls and shooting the open jumper with confidence will be key. We'll see how they do.
Hey, Doris, thanks. Steve, Clark, how do you best throw a defense like this off balance to enable your scorers to get comfortable?
I think the key is you need motion. You can't get too stagnant offensively where you're going one-on-one. Activate the offense with ball and player movement.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And then the other part of that, too, to me, Steve, is you got to be ready to take good shots whenever they come available.
Here's Beverly after Jared Sullinger's bucket. Pass to Beverly. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
And a chance to see where James Harden ended up in the rankings last season. 5th in scoring, 10th in free throw shooting. And he also finished in the top 20 in assists. So this is a guy who really did a nice job of sharing the ball with his teammates.
And, Steve, he was definitely one of the most reliable, efficient scorers in the NBA. I mean, his top 5 ranking put him right there in the ranks of the elite scorers.
Bradley with the ball, and it's Howard picking him up. That one wide left.
Steve, they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, it's impressive, too. Clark's already gotten them a +5 margin in the rebound column. In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Now, here's Green. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. And it's Green with the jam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And I love how he goes with that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
Out to the right wing is Papanicolaou, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Now, here's Bradley. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Pressey's shot is off. Rockets leading by 4. And Beverly kicks to Howard. And there's the pass to Papanicolaou. Back to Howard. He's on target from 8 feet out. Howard's got his second bucket tonight.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
Jeff Green on the wing. No luck. And Houston the other way now.
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
And the foul on Avery Bradley. That's his first foul for the Rockets. Johnson comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Patrick Beverly. And a new group in for the Celtics. Zeller, he's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Bass comes in for Sullinger. Evan Turner, he's checked in for Green. And it's Thornton in for Bradley. Here's Papanicolaou. Here's Howard. Zeller grabs the board.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
Outside for Thornton. And that one goes long.
I'll tell you what, the mid-range shot is not the easiest one to make, but when you've got daylight like he had there, I mean, those are shots you want to make.
All alone. And that one's good. 5 points in the game.
Well, they've really come out on fire with the killer instinct here, absolutely torching it from beyond the arc.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here's Preston. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
You know, when you're a team that's in rebuild mode, it can be really difficult when you have to go out west. And for the Celtics last year, it was not pretty at all.
Free throw dropped for Thornton.
As you said, for Boston, very tough time against the West last year as they won only 4 of their 30 games against the conference.
And the Rockets making a change here. Daniels is checked in. And Thornton drops 2.
Couldn't convert, but nice little 2-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Here's Canaan. On the wing, Johnson. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Turner. He dishes it to Thornton. Back to Turner. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Gerald Wallace. He's checked in for Boston. Here's Canaan. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Johnson dishes to Cannon. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Rockets lead by 8.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
There's 1:47 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Thornton. And it comes off the front of the rim. Rockets leading by 8. Cannon kicks to Johnson. Cashes in for a double-digit lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
Now here's Thornton. Not a lot of room. Dishes to Turner. And here's Thornton. Pass with a screen for Thornton.
That's 2 fouls for him very early in this ball game. He'll probably have to spend some time on the bench before halftime.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And he makes the first.
The Rockets, to me, are an emerging factor in the West. Not 100% sold on them being championship caliber, but I still think you got to give that front office a lot of credit in terms of what they got out of the superstar tandem of Harden and Howard. I think it's a strong foundation of scoring and defense.
That's good. He's got 9.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
Now here's Turner. He's coming off a 13-point game against Brooklyn. A second chance effort, and it's good on the layup.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
40 seconds left in the first. Howard with the screen on Thornton. Cannon kicks to Daniels. And it's Houston with another.
You know, passing the ball well on the perimeter has really opened things up offensively for this club.
Steve, it makes the game easy. I mean, 10 straight points off assist. That's impressive, but it's easy when you move the ball.
Here's Thornton, following the score by Houston. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. 6 to shoot. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Yeah, he's surprised he didn't make that one because he had a pretty clean look at the hoop.
Cannon, shot is off. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Houston on top. They finish off the first quarter on a 15-6 run. And we'll be back right after this.
Next Tuesday, November 4th, LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers take on LaMarcus Aldridge and the Portland Trailblazers. Don't miss it.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
And I'm just so impressed with the long-range shooting. They have really lit it up from outside.
Yeah, the sharp shooting from deep, a big part of their lead, and they're playing with confidence and shooting it well.
Celtics trail by 10 on the court for the Celtics. Second quarter underway. Rajon Rondo is out there with Thornton. Then it's Evan Turner. Then it's Zeller. And it's Wallace in at the power forward. That freed up. Nice work off the pick. Thornton's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Boston. Houston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Cannon. It's rebounded by Rondo. Rondo's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. He feeds it to Wallace. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got 4 assists in the game.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Here's Cannon. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Rajon Rondo has gone from the young star understudy to the leadership role. Former teammate The Truth, Paul Pierce, said Rondo is mature. He understood what was coming. Before he had me and KG to lean on. Now he's the guy. He's the captain. I think he's ready. A great endorsement from a terrific leader in his own right. Gentlemen.
High praise, Doris. Thanks. Left side Ariza. Passes it to Papanicolo. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Cannon, the pass to Ariza. Finds himself wide open and drills it. And the Rockets lead by 9.
Well, the history of college coaches switching over to the NBA is pretty daunting. But Brad Stevens and the Celtics can't worry about those who came before him. He's just got to be himself. And he was well regarded in Boston. Despite the fact that they went through a rebuilding process last year, he did a really good job.
Just 5 to shoot. The feed to Thornton. This one for 3. And he gets the bucket. Thornton's got 10 points.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Houston leading by 6. And Coach Stevens enjoying great success in his 5 seasons as coach of the Butler Bulldogs.
Yeah, had a terrific, historic run. 2 consecutive trips to the NCAA title game. 2010 and 11, I had the privilege to be courtside calling those games. A 25-game win streak, one of the brightest minds in the game, and with a 6-year contract from the Celtics, they clearly believe in his abilities, as do I.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
Celtics trail by 6. Rondo dishes to Turner. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got assist number 5 here tonight.
You look at them and what they're trying to do on offense, and I like it. I really do. I like the way they're using the entire court. They're spreading themselves out, and when you spread yourself out and make the extra pass, it gives you a chance to get good looks from behind the three-point line, and they're draining their chances.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. James Harden, he's checked in for Daniels, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Cannon. Bradley, no one around him. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Now, here is Harden. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Utah Jazz.
And what stood out to me in particular was his gorgeous playmaking out there. He was finding his teammates in great positions to score.
Ariza with the buckets.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense has backed off.
Green with a screen for Rondo. Here's Bradley, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys, and the points add up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
Now, here's Beverley. 20 points for him last game against the Utah Jazz.
And no question, you look at his assist totals. I mean, they tell you what a nice job he was doing of really spreading that ball. All around.
Rockets trail by 3. Back to Harden. Houston moving it around. Ariza no one. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 19-6 run. Outside Turner. Kicks it to Bradley. The three-pointer no good. Rockets have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Jones against Rondo. Tries it from 19. Good. Rondo's got his second bucket tonight. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
What great hustle defensively through 2 quarters of play, contesting everything, starting to rack up those block shots, guys.
Yeah, another thing they've done well tonight, Steve, a lot of steals in the first half, really getting after it defensively.
Here is Harden after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Takes the 3. The Rockets again can't hit.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
It's Bradley on the wing. Green with a screen for Bradley. Pass to Sullinger. And another basket for Boston. Now a timeout called by Houston. Without question, Avery Bradley displaying his skills today.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
And the Celtics making a change here. Olynyk's checked in.
A chance here to check out how the Rockets ranked in the NBA last season. 2nd in scoring, 3rd in blocks, and they also showed up in the top 5 in team rebounds. That means everybody's doing their job on the boards. This is a very strong rebounding team.
And I think what's most impressive about this club, though, is the fact that they were in the top 5 in points scored. I mean, that's what they do. They like to get out and run and really get a lot of shots up. And when they do, when they knock down open looks, they're tough to beat.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a 3-point play.
Terrence Jones is a great fit in this up-tempo style the Rockets like to play. A fluid athlete, he's able to outrun and outquick most of the power forwards he goes up against.
And Terrence Jones, a lefty with a good handle, and that quickness, Steve, you were talking about, he can give big men trouble facing up.
Yeah, he's got the ability to get to the rim and the length and explosiveness that can make him a great finisher. And one of the top field goal percentages in the league last season.
Now, here's Green. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Brooklyn.
You know, how exciting is it, guys, to see him go hard to the basket like that? I love it.
It's always fun to see, and it's one of the sights you can count on when he's out there, for sure.
Yeah, but you've got to try to do more to slow him down. You can't play him so soft near the hoop.
Here's Jones. A 14-point game for him in the win against Utah.
And a phenomenal showing on the boards. His rebounding was a huge factor.
Celtics on offense. They're on a 20-7 run. Olynyk sets a screen for Rondo. And he uses the glass on the layup. Rondo's got 6 in the quarter.
And a much better quarter for them in terms of shooting the basketball.
You know, anytime your field goal percentage as a team is up in the high 50s, you're doing a lot of stuff right.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Patrick Beverley is absolutely a hound dog defensively. He's got so much pit bull in him and how he goes about defending people at that guard spot. He's not a big playmaker or scorer. He's basically a three-point shooter and a defensive specialist.
And the first one drops. And Patrick Beverley, a nice find for the Houston Rockets, makes an ideal pairing with Harden in the backcourt.
Yeah, he sure does, Kevin, because he's tough, he's defensive-minded. He's a good complement to Harden, and I think any team in the league would love to have him just because of that toughness and that competitive desire.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Houston. Green. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
You know, they haven't been able to open up a big lead, but the rebounds are starting to add up for them. They may be able to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, they've been doing the dirty work inside, Steve, playing a very tough brand of basketball.
Now here's Rondo, following the miss by Trevor Ariza.
It had been 6 straight years for the Celtics that they had made the playoffs, but that run came to an end last season as they were clearly in full rebuild mode.
Well, a lot of storied franchises missed the playoffs last year, and Boston was one of them. But, Steve, they knew it would be a tough season early on.
Well, trading away the talent they did, they knew how the season would play out. You know, ultimately it was the right thing to do, because they are in a good position to build upon youth going forward.
So he gets them both.
Well, how about Rajon Rondo in this one? He has 9 points, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
They sure have, and clearly he's gotten in their heads because of it, Clark. You guys are looking over their shoulder now, always worrying about where he is.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. A shot by Harden, wide open. The Rockets again can't hit. Celtics leading by 6. Poked away. Olynyk with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
I thought his rebounding was impressive as well, guys. He made some big boards, really helped out on the glass, helped his team out big time. He had a good, clear look right over the top of his defender because of that height advantage.
And Beverley kicks to Harden. Jones with the screen on Green. Outside, Jones. Ariza against Bradley. Ariza goes in. Here's Jones. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Johnson, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Brandon Bass is checked in for the Celtics. As he comes in for Rajon Rondo. Now, here's Olynyk. And Bradley gets it to go on the assist from Olynyk. Bradley's got the lead up to 8 now for the Celtics. Houston's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And Beverley kicks to Johnson. Feeds to Beverley. From outside the arc. And the shot is good. Beverley's got 16 points.
Dwight Howard with some slick passing on that one.
Here's Pressey. Defended by Beverley. Bradley. Rockets with the rebound. Howard's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Jones kicks to Johnson. Pressey against Harden. Back to Johnson. Off the pick. Great tee that time from Green.
Well, he's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
And Bass kicks to Pressey. Good work defensively by Johnson.
Got a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. The putback, and it's Howard finishing it off.
If they're going to take tough outside shots, I mean, they're better off just firing from the three-point line.
Yeah, I agree with it. I mean, if you're going to be back there near the three-point line, you might as well take the three. Just step back and knock it down.
Bradley with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up, and he gets it to go. 6 points for Jeff Green.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
Rockets trail by 5. In low to Howard. It's stolen by Bradley. And Pressey gets it to go. Pressey's got his first 2 points.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Well, guys, the Houston Rockets play an up-tempo attacking style of basketball. Last season, the second most turnovers in the NBA and the most three-point attempts. Coach Kevin McHale said, this is a team of home run hitters. They're going to swing sometimes when they shouldn't, but that's who they are. I'm not going to make them bunt. Good philosophy, Kevin.
They're always aggressive, Doris. Thank you. Now here's Jones. He's got 11. Clock at 6. Johnson against Thornton. And that one's good. 59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Bradley kicks to Thornton. Wide open. And that one hits back iron.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
Here's Kanan. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Jones, no luck. It's stolen by Jones. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Kanan. The dish now to Johnson. Here's Jones. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And here is Zeller. Outside Bradley. Left side Bradley. 1 second left. Got it off in time, but it's no good. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Celtics lead by 5. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, James, throughout the first half, you struggled with turnovers. Is keeping better control of the ball a major focus for the second half?
Yeah, that's still too many turnovers, especially on the forced turnovers. So we got to really lock in on our turnovers, make the right play at all times.
James, we appreciate the time. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Without question, Avery Bradley displaying his skills today.
Wow, the threes have just been dropping for him. Absolute dead-eye shooting in that first half.
Could not have been a more productive day for him from long range.
Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. And it's Ariza in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Kevin McHale.
Rajon Rondo, one of the NBA's elite playmakers. He's led the league in assists per game twice in the last 3 seasons. Great at keeping his dribble alive and forcing the defense to react.
Now here's Jones. He kicks to Beverly. Pass to Harden. 4 on the clock. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And for Rondo Clark, he has said, in essence, piling up assists instead of points is his way of being different.
Well, we know he likes to go to the beat of his own drum. He's very intelligent. He's a tremendous basketball player with a great IQ. You know, it's interesting, though, some have even accused him of being too unselfish when it comes to assists. So you got to be careful how you look at that. He's always going to do it his way. So we'll watch and see how it plays out. You know, it's really been this way for a few years when you look at the Rockets. They have been fantastic at getting to the line, and I think it caught a lot of teams in the East off guard last season.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Well, the Rockets did well against the Eastern Conference last year, as you might expect. 23 wins out of 30 games. And getting to the line, Steve, was a part of it.
Yeah, in fact, they averaged just under 30 trips to the foul line against the Eastern Conference teams. So, it's tough to lose when you get so many easy points against your opponent.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. And the pass to Olynyk. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And that's now 6 points for Kelly Olynyk. Rockets trail by 11. Harden outside. Jones in the post. Sullinger defending. Good. Beverly's got 19 points.
Making a big difference from long range tonight. That was a huge shot right there.
You know, they've got time to make up the points. Having that threat outside, really an advantage to stretch out this defense. Good strategy, I think.
Now, here's Green. He's got 10. Clock at 6. The tray. And it's Bradley. That time on the assist by Rondo. Bradley's got the lead up to 11 now for Boston. Houston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Harden outside. The high post shot. And Houston again with the bucket.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
Now here's Rondo. He's got 9.
Now still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3 even before that miss.
Here's Howard. Finished off the break. Howard's got 8 points.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. They've gotten good looks. They've made 3 out of 4.
Let's pause to take a look at the teams that were tops in field goal percentage last season. 5th best, the Rockets.
Boy, I thought, Kevin, they had great productivity from their shooters last year. The guys they were counting on to knock down a high percentage of their shots, they did that. And they hope to see those same kinds of numbers this year.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Olynyk sets a screen for Rondo. He dishes it to Green. He feeds it to Olynyk. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And a quick look at the year Terrence Jones had last season. He was 10th in field goal percentage, and he was a pretty good defensive player in the paint, finishing in the top 20 in the league in blocks.
And Steve, as for his top 10 field goal percentage ranking, I mean, you don't get to be such an accurate shooter unless you're a smart shooter. Sounds like you, partner. You never saw this guy force a shot.
Free throw good, Green. Both free throws good from Green.
For the Rockets, they've really struggled against Green.
12 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And that may not be the first thing people notice about his performance, but those are important points nonetheless.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Jones sets the pick for Howard. Dishes it to Harden. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. That drops. Jones has got 13.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Now Rondo. 9 points in the game so far. Passes it to Bradley. Boston. No good that time either.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
And that one's good. And now it's only a 5-point Celtic lead.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
Now here's Green. 12 points for him. Now here's Bradley. Rondo. Boston. No good that time either. Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
Playing with a lot of confidence, just some self-assurance there. I like what we're seeing.
Howard can't hit. Boston leading by 5 to the paint. A runner. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Lets it go from 11. That doesn't go either for Ariza.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And it's Rondo penetrating. Outside, Green. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And that's 15 points for Jeff Green. For Houston, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% for the field. A baseline J, and that one's good. Beverly. Boston's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Outside Rondo. Bradley, no one around him. And it's Boston with another.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Rockets trail by 8. And Beverly kicks to Howard. Ariza at the elbow. 6 to shoot. Green with the block. Harden against Rondo. Outside, Green. They get it back. Here's Sullinger. And he makes good on the layup. And now a 10-point Celtic lead. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
Turner's checked in for the Celtics. Here is Howard after Jared Sullinger's bucket. Harden outside. The feed now to Howard. Can't get it to go. Now Boston takes it the other way.
Well, Dwight Howard, in his words, back to having fun playing basketball last season in Houston. A younger group, more compatible to his fun-loving personality, and certainly with Harden and others, they've got a depth of talent that is very impressive. Probably the best core around him of his entire career.
Here's Beverly after Jeff Green's bucket. Howard can't hit.
Boy, and that is a bunch of rebounds for a player who's not the biggest guy out there.
Rondo kicks to Turner. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. And it's 7 points for Evan Turner. Rockets trail by 14. And here's Beverly. 21 points in the game, and he gets it to go. That's 10 points for Howard.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Rondo passes to Bradley. Sullinger with a screen for Green. Kicks it out to Bradley. No one near Turner as he lets it go. No good on the triple. For Houston, they've gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. Here's Beverly. That 3 off the mark.
Well contested shot, and they did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about effort and commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those things.
Kicks it out to Bradley. Sullinger with a screen for Rondo. And another shot. And he lays it up and in. Rondo's got the lead up to 14 now for the Celtics.
Virtually uncontested. It's nice to be able to add to the lead without really having to work for it.
Here's Howard. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Howard's got 12. Austin with the ball. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
Well, it's their only look at this team all season for these fans, Kevin, with the interconference matchup that we have.
Now, here's Green. 17 points in the game, and that is good.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Rockets trail by 14. And Beverly kicks to Howard. Here's Papanicolaou. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. He's got 11.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Now here's Rondo. 11 points in the game. And here comes the break on up the court. Houston moving the ball around. In low to Howard. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Let's see some of the numbers here on Patrick Beverly. Last season's performance for him. Last year averaged 10 points per game, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Looking at those numbers, you'd probably say, yeah, that's about what we'd expect out of him.
Which isn't really what any player wants to hear. I mean, you don't want to meet expectations. You want to underpromise and overdeliver. You want to exceed expectations, and maybe we'll start to see him do that shortly.
Now here's Bradley. He's got 22. Green, no luck.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Rockets trail by 12. Beverly dishes to Howard. Green with the block. Outside Rondo. Kicks it to Green. Green missing again.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance. The Rockets, of course, at the forefront or vanguard as far as advanced analytics go. Some in the NBA have scoffed, but hey, they're doing something right.
And as you guys know, the Rockets at the forefront technology-wise, too. You see coaches with electronic tablets.
Well, they installed flat-screen monitors in the locker room, highlighting stats and videos for players. So, you know, they're trying to close the loop and create that line of communication between the numbers crunchers and the players themselves.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Johnson comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Cannon in for Patrick Beverly. The Celtics also changing it up. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Bass comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Thornton in for Avery Bradley. Now here's Rondo. 11 points in the game. Pass to Thornton. Here's the three. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Thornton's got 13.
But you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Harden the pass to Howard. Feeds it to Cannon from deep. Rebound by the Celtics. Zeller's got his 3rd rebound tonight, and it's Rondo penetrating. There's the dish to Zeller, and there's the defensive 3-second call. Tyler Zeller's role may have shrunk, guys, in year 2, but Steve, his production per minute went way up.
Well, much improved on the boards. You know, he's got that mid-range jump shot, which had fallen short of expectations in year 1, but that resurfaced. So I think we started to see Zeller's effectiveness and potential last year for a long and really efficient career.
Shots good by Turner.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Here's Cannon. He's covered by Rondo. Kicks it out to Johnson. No one near him. He squares up and sinks it. Johnson's got 6.
And Zeller enjoyed extensive minutes in his rookie season. However, last season, he didn't play a ton early, but his minutes grew as the season wore on. He's a hard worker, and he's getting stronger.
Now, here's Thornton. 13 points in the game. He kicks it to Turner. The tray. They get it again. outside Rondo. 34 seconds left to play in the third. Rebounded by Howard.
And Zeller adding some bulk over the last couple of off seasons. Good mobility for a 7-footer. The add in his shooting, and he's showing some real promise.
I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw, the defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Here's Harden. No good. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Celtics leading by 14. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. Stay with us.
The new season in the NBA rolls on. Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors take on LaMarcus Aldridge and the Portland Trail Blazers live next Sunday night.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Brandon Bass is out there with Zeller. Then it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Thornton. And it's Wallace in at the small forward position. Now, here is Harden.
James Harden with the most famous beard in the NBA. In fact, he leaves his barber in charge of trimming it, so you can give him all the credit or maybe the blame, depending on how you look at it.
Shooting for Houston.
In Harden, a relatively quiet demeanor. Some have even said moody, but clearly he's embraced his new leading role in Houston.
And he said as much himself. He looks at the Rockets as his team, and you can see it in his demeanor on the court. With that leadership comes responsibility, and I think he's ready to continue to step into that.
And he makes the first.
Well, James Harden is a pure scorer, but for him to get this Rockets team where they hope to go, I think he has to lead in more ways than just offensively. Really needs to set the example with his defense, his effort, and his unselfishness as well.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And Harden is a great passer. But last season, at times, it seemed like he settled into being a ball stopper. He's so talented, so gifted offensively. He's an excellent offensive player when he's isolated. But this team has so much offensive talent. I think they're best served to keep that ball hopping. And that goes for any team, but clearly a team that has the weapons that Houston does.
Johnson kicks to Canaan. To the middle. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
I wasn't so sure he could get it turned around after that poor first half, but he's got it rolling here a little bit in the second.
Kelly Olynyk checked in for Tyler Zeller. And you think of the superstar two guards who have won titles over the years, whether it's Kobe Bryant in Los Angeles or Dwayne Wade in Miami, Steve, they've all gotten after it defensively.
Yeah, and I think that's where Harden has to take the next step, in my opinion. When he's locked in, he's great. You know, he's got the long wingspan, he's got the strength. It's just about having that focus and that energy, that intensity that you need at the defensive end.
Here's Canaan. They get the rebound. Can't get the reverse layup to fall.
Boy, blew the easy two by profile. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Rockets trail by 9. And it's Houston on the break. Harden's got the ball. And it's slammed in by Howard.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Rondo kicks to Olynyk. And he can't bank that one in. Harden dishes to Johnson. Nice defense from Wallace.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Rondo kicks to Wallace. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Jones. For the Rockets, Trevor Ariza's checked in for Harden. And Daniels subbed in for Johnson. And then for Boston, Sullinger's checked in for Bass. Green comes in for Wallace. And Bradley subbed in for Marcus Thornton. Rondo, the 9-footer's on the mark. Here's Canaan. Pass to Howard. Count the bucket. Howard's got 4 this quarter.
And there it is again. That's where their points have been coming today, from the low post.
And even under pressure in tight, they've maintained their concentration and converted their opportunities.
It's tipped. And here's Green outside. Can't get it to go. Excellent D that time from Jones. Daniels passes to Canaan. And Rondo sends it back. And they get it back. And the shot is good.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been too late.
But they're not all the way where they need to be yet, Steve. They've got to keep pushing through.
Austin with the ball. Following the score by Houston. Here's Sullinger. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yeah, you got that right.
Here's Canaan. Here's Howard. Rebound by the Celtics. Rondo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And it's Houston on the break. The dive for the ball, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Houston. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. The drive by Rondo. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
Third personal foul. Third team foul.
To the inside, Beverly, that's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. Celtics leading by 5. Rondo dishes to Green. Olynyk sets a screen for Green. Outside Bradley. Misses the 3.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one. That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Stolen by Beverly, and it's Houston on the break. And the shot is good. Beverly's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to do it. They clawed their way back in.
And they fed off their defense just as much as their offense in putting this run together.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, guys. Well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. As this game approaches its finale, the outcome's still undecided. He told them, we're not far, fellas. It's within reach. Seize the moment and walk away with a win. Guys?
Rockets trail by 3. To tie it up. No luck. Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Bradley kicks to Sullinger. Lays it up and banks it in. Sullinger's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Howard with it. That misses off the backboard. It's Bradley on the wing, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
There's a screen. Bradley sets the pick for Rondo. Here's Olynyk. Sullinger trying to break free. Olynyk can't hit.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. Now, here's Green. Over to the wing. Here's Olynyk. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Beverly with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. Harden kicks to Howard. It's rebounded by Rondo. Rondo's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. The pass to Sullinger. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And so it's Houston with it. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Another miss by Houston. Celtics leading by 5. The drive by Rondo. He feeds it to Sullinger. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. 14 points for Jared Sullinger. Here's Harden on the wing, guarded by Bradley. Howard in the post. He's against Olynyk, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. That one on Olynyk.
Well, Dwight Howard, I think still the best center in the league, but I think his back injury back in 2012 has robbed him of some of his explosiveness. But despite that, he remains one of the most athletic centers the league has ever seen.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
As for Howard, you know, as he loses some of his bounce with age, which is inevitable, the question will be, can he take a step forward skill-wise to compensate? I mean, he wants to be a go-to guy in the post, but there's still a little bit of work he has to do to become that.
Now Beverly. He dishes it to Howard. Howard down with both hands.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand, Jim. You're right.
Yeah, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
And Howard has taken his share of criticism, too, from the old-timers for, Steve, not punishing teams in the post.
But remember, in the old days, it was easier to isolate in the post. Nowadays, with defenses allowed to overload and zone up, help is always there. So I think for Dwight, he's got to focus on defense and rebounding and let the offense come when it's there.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. Two hands and hammer it down.
So it wasn't something the Celtics looked forward to when they had to head out on the road last year, but they were a motivated group in part because so many of their players were playing for contracts next season.
Playing for contracts, as you said, guys, with Boston can be a big motivation, but Steve, they just couldn't get it done on the road.
Yeah, just 9 wins as the road team, and you know, when you're a young club like they are, trying to get wins on the road is so difficult, and that's what Brad Stevens and his club had to deal with last year.
And both free throws good from Rondo.
Look at the free throw percentage. Unblemished since halftime, Clark. That's pretty nice.
I'd go farther than that, Steve. How about perfect?
Harden against Bradley. Harden the pass to Howard. 6 on the shot clock. Can't hit from in close. Celtics leading by 5. Outside Rondo. It's stolen by Ariza. One-on-one here. Harden outside. Backs down the step-back Jay. Harden's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Ariza against Green. That one wide left.
You know, he's so confident, sometimes to a fault, and that showed right there. That's a bad shot.
Exactly. I mean, that's self-inflicted damage right there. There are a lot better options than what he took.
Now here's Rondo. Harden missing his last shot. Rondo kicks to Green. Sullinger a screen on Jones. Here's Green. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Green's got 21 in the game.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Rockets trail by 5. And Beverly kicks to Jones. In low to Howard. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
You look at what Howard has done so far. 23 rebounds, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And some of these passes have been absolutely beautiful.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, this is a common problem for them, their inability to consistently knock down their free throws.
Howard hits them both.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Now here's Rondo. Sullinger with a screen for Rondo. To the wing on the left. Tries it from 19. Sullinger, no good. Houston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Ariza with it. Sullinger picks him up. Here's Beverly. Great D that time from Rondo.
Tell you, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
Olynyk sets a screen for Rondo. Dishes it to Olynyk. 5 on the clock. Rondo kicks to Sullinger. And he gets the bucket.
How about the boost he's giving his team? He's 4 for 5 shooting here in the fourth quarter.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're behind by 5. 1:46 left in the fourth. .146 left in the fourth quarter. Offensive rebound. Howard. It's going to be 2 free throws. True contact on the shot.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
Dwight Howard.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he ends up making the second, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
They really could have used a perfect trip to the line there. Instead, they're still down 2 possessions.
And Sullinger kicks to Rondo. Sullinger the screen. The drive by Rondo. And there's the call on Howard. Outside Rondo. That's good. Rondo's got 10 points in just the second half. Here's Beverly. We've got 1:18 left in the game. Ariza at the elbow. 4 on the shot clock. Howard dishes to Harden. Puts one up from 19. And that one comes up a bit short.
Well-contested shot there.
And that's the key defensively. You got to make them work for it. Challenge every shot.
And stolen by Ariza.
Well, it's going to be tough for them, but you have to continue to compete. It's not over. Just play, see what happens.
Yep, you can't afford empty possessions. You know, guys, when you push it hard like that on the break, those are the easy buckets that'll be waiting for you.
And so they foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
Houston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Down low, here's Jones. Yes! And the foul. Olynyk, and so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Brandon Bass is checked in for the Celtics. Eight-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
Now, here's Bass. Back to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tosses it up. Got it off in time to beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Now a timeout called by Houston. They're behind by 3. 6 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, they've got 2 options here. They can go for the 3 and the tie, or the quick 2 and the foul.
I like the idea of going for the quick 2. Take it to the rim, and that wouldn't be a bad way to approach this situation.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
And now we send you down to Doris Burke courtside, who's with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Rajon, what was the key in tonight's win from an offensive perspective and how you got going?
Ball movement. We started with stops defensively. I think I got in a pretty good rhythm. I made some shots. You know, we played together, shared the ball.
When Rondo makes shots, look out, guys. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Rajon Rondo.